Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing good. I've got a story that is, again, it's about the supply chain and shipping companies, but it's also about the narrative that I've been showing you that is coming out more and more, and that is insiders are selling. The people in the know that understand what is going on are selling their stock. And so for me, personally, this isn't financial advice. I follow what the big boys do. So we already talked about Tesla and Elon Musk and what they've been doing, and people like Jeff Bezos and all kinds of different other wealthy individuals that are liquidating their company stocks. Insider selling is at an all-time high, and as a matter of fact, I'm sorry, not at an all-time high, but it's going on massively right now. But what is at an all-time high is margin debt. So I want to go through this right now. We're going to talk about Jacobs. Jacobs sells 20% of the holdings of XPO and GXO stock, and the stock prices plummeted as a result of it. Okay, so let's get into the story a little bit. Let's do this. So it says shares of transport company XPO Logistics Incorporated and logistics firm GXO Logistics, which XPO spun off in August into a publicly traded entity. So that just recently happened, okay? So they had one company, spun off a second one, and now they have two, right? But literally just in August. Into a publicly traded entity, fell sharply on Friday, just a few days ago, after public filings the day before disclosed that Brad Jacobs, XPO's founder, and the chair of both companies sold 3.2 million shares in each company. It says the sales amount to about 20% of Jacobs' holdings in each company. So let me make this, there's all kinds of different reasons for selling a stock, but I tell you what, there's only one reason for holding it, and that is, biggest thing, really, is that you believe it's going to be worth more someday, later in the future. All right. Now, it's true. A lot of people, insiders, are selling because of possible tax scenarios that the government hasn't passed these horrible ideas when it comes to taxes to just tax more of us, right, to death. And so they want to get ahead of that, and they want to take advantage of the current cap gains rate, right? But I don't think that's the narrative, because if you thought that the company would be worth tons more in the future, give you an idea, even if the government wanted to double your tax rate, you'd go, that's fine because I know what I've got in my hands. I know what it's going to be worth in the future. So it says he still owns around 12.3 million shares of each company, according to the Securities and Exchange Commission, but this translates to about a 10% ownership, and this, I'm sorry, it translates into 10% ownership in both companies. Okay, so he's a big holder in these companies. And for a company owner and a holder of that kind of percentage of the stock to sell 20% of his holdings, it's a big chunk of change. So it says XPO fell 4.5% on Friday, and GXO actually dropped 7.6%. All right. It says that XPO shares are down more than 10% over the last 3 months. Now, again, guys, this is a logistics and transportation company. To think right now, while shipping companies are getting record dollars per mile to ship things, and there's such a bottleneck in the supply chain that honestly, quite frankly, prices are going up in all kinds of different aspects. To sit there and see your stocks trading down during what should be record boom times is very interesting. And I believe this is a bigger story that is going to be developing into the spring of this next year. Now it says right here, Amit Mathura, hopefully I got that right, from Deutsche Bank's lead transport analyst, said in a Friday note that he has no concern about Jacobs shedding part of his position in both companies. He said he believes will be Jacobs' ultimate departure from XPO, which he founded 10 years ago, and which has been one of the New York Stock Exchange top performers since then. Now, it's very interesting. Again, you have on the heels of Elon Musk joking around, I think I'm going to quit, you have somebody else saying, hey, I have a feeling this guy's exiting. And isn't it an interesting time to exit? We're seeing people that are running companies all over the world retiring. And I think this is a lot more than what meets the eye. This is a lot more than, you know, we've had a good run, I'm done. I have a feeling that nobody wants to be the captain of a ship as it's sinking, and you better try and bail out now. One last thing I want to say, it says, news of the significant share sale by the founder, planned or not, won't relieve investor angst. And at least in the midterm, investors don't like surprises. And the volatility in XPO and GXO shares from events like today has implications for structural valuation. Now, with that being said, like I said, I have a feeling that you're going to see more and more of this going on, and I have a feeling you're going to start to see the fear index, the VIX, rise as we go into the winter, because there's so much uncertainty right now with the economy, so much uncertainty of how long the supply chain mess up is going to continue creating waves. Plus, you couple that with the fact that employees are still not choosing to go back to certain segments of the job market. I believe that we are going to see continued investor angst, stress, paranoia, for lack of better terms. And I believe that that could become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Even if this is heading in a positive direction, the problem is the negative sentiment on Main Street, and it's moving to Wall Street, that the economy is not getting better. And I think, again, the Fed is back up against a wall right now. It's a very interesting time. It's going to be really interesting coming into Wednesday to see what the Federal Reserve does with their interest rate hike, or lack thereof. So with that being said, guys, I thank you so much for watching. The Economic Ninja is out.